In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that we all go through, and it's procrastination. I'm going to be sharing some very interesting research behind procrastination, and I'm also going to kind of tell you my experience with procrastination, especially over the last week, which brought me a lot of aha moments. And I really hope that by watching this video, you kind of identify why you're procrastinating and what you can do about it in the short term and in the long term. So, what is procrastination? From a scientific perspective, and I'm reading this off of my computer, procrastination is described as self-regulatory failure where people voluntarily but irrationally delay tasks that are essential to them. So, if you're like me and you feel awful when you procrastinate, it's because you are self-aware. When we procrastinate, we're not only aware that we are avoiding the task in question, but we're also aware that avoiding this task is a bad idea. And yet we do it anyway, which, if you think about it, is the reason why procrastination is irrational. It simply doesn't make sense for you not to do something important when you know that there are going to be consequences if you don't do it. While doing my research for this video, I found a study by Carleton University in Ottawa here in Canada that suggests that we engage in procrastination because of our inability to manage negative moods around the task. Listen to this. It turns out that, contrary to popular belief, procrastination isn't a unique character flaw or some mysterious curse on our ability to manage time, but a way of coping with challenging emotions and negative moods induced by certain tasks. These negative moods and emotions include boredom, anxiety, insecurity, frustration, resentment, self-doubt, and beyond. The sad part, which is also the silver lining here, is this absolutely rings true, at least in my case. Last week, I had a very busy week. I had a music video to film, edit, and upload. I had a vlog to film, edit, and upload, which I uploaded to this channel. I also recorded a new music cover for my music channel. I also had a shoot for some freelance work that I've been doing, which is keeping me afloat financially so that I could do this full time for you guys. And I think I was extremely burnt out, which is why I kind of procrastinated a lot this weekend and I didn't really do much. At the same time, I think subconsciously there was something going on within me, and looking at this research and looking at the emotions that are beneath the surface of why we procrastinate, it makes perfect sense. This past week, just before the weekend came around, I remember thinking to myself, I'm pushing out so much content, I'm doing so much, and yet I'm frustrated by the fact that I don't seem to be getting the reach that I would like. I'm not yet able to capture people's attention. That led to a lot of self-doubt and me questioning if I was actually cut out for this, if I'm as good as I think I am as a singer, as a content creator, if I actually do have anything important or valuable to say on this channel. And with the help of a few friends who, by some miracle, I didn't even tell them how I was feeling, but I just found messages the next day from them. One person told me that they had been to some restaurant that recently opened in Dubai and that there was a singer there and that he was really good, but that I was the greatest singer that they knew in real life. And I don't know if you guys believe in signs that the universe sends you, but to me, that was the universe speaking to me, trying to calm down my self-doubt and my negative self-talk, and it couldn't have come at a better time. In terms of my frustration, yes, that is going to be there. But when I stepped out of the mindset that I was in and I thought about the content that I was putting up, it's really only been about a month of me posting consistently on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and trying to do this full time. And I think because it's kind of new, I'm getting burnt out quickly because I'm not used to the fast rollout of content. But I'm still trying to find the right balance, and I'm still trying to find my rhythm and how I work best. This was my perspective. So the study further goes to say that procrastination is an emotion regulation problem, not a time management problem. The research also found that procrastination can be understood as the primacy of short-term mood repair over the longer-term pursuit of intended actions. I don't know about you, but when I read that quote, my mind was blown. Because we usually know what we need to do to get to the end goal that we have in mind. But at the same time, in the moment when we procrastinate because of whatever emotion that is underlying, that is bubbling beneath the surface, we prioritize our short-term mood repair over the long-term results of the tasks that we want to do. It's all about instant gratification. And that, my friends, is why I started looking at procrastination as a self-love Trojan horse. Because in the moment, we tell ourselves all kinds of lies and we come up with all kinds of excuses not to do the thing that we know we should be doing, disguised as self-love. I found it a lot more satisfying for me to do something that I was not in the mood to do than procrastinate and put it off till later. Especially because I do have quite a bit of work to do between this channel, my music channel, and the freelance work that I've been doing. And that workload is only going to increase when I start releasing music, and I will need to work on music videos, lyric videos, promotional material, ad campaigns, and everything that comes with releasing new music. So if I delay a task that I wanted to do today, then all that does is add to the pile of things that I need to do. And the bigger the pile gets, the more I'm going to procrastinate, because those feelings, those underlying emotions of anxiety and self-doubt are only going to get stronger. If I feel like I need to rest, I found that it's best to plan strategic and intentional rest periods that are time-bound and nourishing. And of course, nourishing could mean different things for different people. Maybe to you, that's sitting on the couch and binging Netflix all day. Maybe to somebody else, that's going on a hike. Someone else, that's getting together with friends. Whatever it is that nourishes you and makes you feel good, that you need to plan into your rest days. Regardless, not setting a time limit to your rest period and having it be open-ended is a bad idea in my experience. It goes without saying that it's important to check in with our emotions and how we feel when we are procrastinating, but that needs to come with a level of internal, accountable transparency. We need to be able to identify that the feelings that we're experiencing are valid and that they're not just our minds resorting to the most comfortable scenario, because that's what the human brain does. Because of the extremely rapid evolution of our societies, our human biology is playing catch up at this point. The challenges we face now are very different to the challenges that we may have encountered a few hundred years ago. What our brains and what our biology used to perceive as a threat has changed. Before, it could have been a bear attack in the wilderness, and now it's stepping out of our comfort zones when we strive for success, adventure, purpose. So yes, it's important to take care of yourself and find the time to rest and recharge. At the same time, it's important to recognize the difference between a real need to rest and an underlying emotion that is causing you to procrastinate. The good news is that there is an antidote to procrastination, and it's one that has at least worked for me, and it's discipline. When it comes down to it, it doesn't really matter if you're motivated or not to do something that you know you need to do. What you need is the discipline to do it anyway. Not at the expense of your mental or physical health, but for your mental and physical health. Discipline is what keeps me going, and now that I have gone through several cycles of being disciplined and pushing myself through a phase of procrastination and doing what I know I needed to do, I can tell you that being disciplined is extremely, extremely rewarding. It can become one of your greatest strengths. It's a superpower that if you harness, you can be unstoppable.